And then there's Joel Salatin, who's a similar guy, who I think they were talking about him having something to do with farming in the Trump administration. I don't know if that's come to pass, but if it does, I really do hope that he'll be involved, because he's another brilliant guy who runs a regenerative farm. And
farming's no joke.
And what they do is essentially their type of farming is recreating nature. So they just contain nature. Instead of like having people, shuttle all these cows into these stalls and put a fucking trough in front of them, and like, no, these animals graze out in the field. They just control where they go. And they eat what they normally would eat, and they make sure that they get plenty of new ground. So they move them to new ground when they've used up all the grass. They push them over there, and then the chickens do the same thing. They have a chicken coop that's a mobile chicken coop. They push it out. They open it up. They run around, and then he's dealing with like hawks killing his chickens. So he's got to come up with ways to mitigate the hawks.
Yeah, this is like Mike Catherwood. You know Mike? Great guy. Do you know Mike Catherwood? He was on Loveline.
Yes. I know Mike.
And he lives in Austin. So
what do they call it? What's his name on the radio
Psycho
show?
Mike Catherwood.
That's right.
So Mike comes down with his wife, who's an actress, and they're like, I'm gonna be in Austin on the outskirts, and I want to live on a farm. So
Did he move here?
Yeah, he's a kid from L.A. He goes, I get here, and we got guinea fowl, we got little sheep, we got rabbits, we got and fucking the snakes are eating all my eggs. The guinea fowl are getting decimated by coyotes, foxes, whatever the fuck it lives out there.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's dying. Coyotes, we're just getting decimated by hawks coming in. I'll take your bunnies. That's adorable. You think you can raise bunnies? So they're just getting decimated. Guess what they did? What's the one change they made?
What'd they do?
They got 2 Anatolian shepherds.
Oh, yeah.
And bro, he said, even the fucking snakes are on notice. He's like, those fucking dogs are just like, the coyotes? Excuse me, sir?
That's what they were bred for.
Oh, my God. And they're
Shepherds
not pets.
are awesome.
Not indoor pets.
No.
Those fucking things will just patrol your grounds, and anything on 4 legs is going to pay a very dear price.
Good.
Yeah.
I want 4 of them.
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
I'm going to buy a ranch.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Been talking about it for a while.
You gonna live
just
on it?
waiting for maybe, but at the very least, we're going to put the podcast on the ranch.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I want to have
Big
a ranch.
I also
don't want to do the
have
work.
a big piece of land in case things go sideways, where I can have like a whole community on the ranch. This is where I start my cult. I'm going to just let people build on the ranch, like give them a few acres.
I got some kids. I want to come
That's
by.
what I'm saying. Like, imagine if
kidding?
you have like a 2,000 acre property, and on that 2,000 acre property, there's like a literal community of you and your friends, and you can go hunt on the land.
Yeah, that'll be me.
And then there's water. There's a lake there.
Count me in. I'll wear a tweed jacket. I'll smoke cigars. I'm not going to do any of the work, but I'll supervise.
You don't have to do any of the work.
Boy.
There's no need for that.
Go and take care of that hay.
I think it's a crazy dream. Like, it's a crazy idea to do, but isn't everything a crazy, like, coming here is a crazy idea.
Yeah.
Building a mothership is a crazy idea.
But what if you had a big pond with fish?
Yeah.
So you can fish. You had land, you can shoot your own,
Let me tell you about freshwater fish.
Yeah.
Can't eat a lot of them.
Why?
Because of poison.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of mercury in freshwater fish.
Really?
Yeah. There was a dude who, what did he win? He won some big fishing derby. He was a big-time fisherman. He started getting some weird neurological condition. And it turned out it was because he was just eating freshwater fish all the time.
Jeez.
And some lakes. So you got to think about rainfall. Like, you remember when we were younger, acid rain? Everybody's worried about acid rain, acid rain.
What happened to that?
I don't know. It went away. But the thing about it is, like, pollutants in the air, when the rain comes down, it does bring all that shit into the water, and then it stays in that water. So if you've got a lake and that lake gets drowned on with pollution rain, you're going to have a certain amount of toxic elements that are going to be in that water.
Yeah, mercury is not good for the body.
Why don't you Google how much... Oh, Jamie's already on it. Eating one freshwater fish equals a month of drinking Forever Chemicals water.
That's a problem. No more trout for me.